What's up, world? Let me tell you about this beard growth oil I got from 12 tribes on Earth. 8 ounces of oily goodness with a nozzle that prevents sprays and spills, and soft ingredients that make it perfect addition to anyone's morning routine. From coconut to castor, all these oils are hand chosen. After using this herbal blend, the biggest thing I noticed is how soft and how strong my hair was, and how good I feel. Pick up your bottle today and make your beard the star of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shannon Sharpe has been fired from ESPN. They will not be bringing him back. And Shannon, let this be a lesson. You're a 50-something-year-old man messing with some 20-year-old white girl. And where did it get you? Okay, you were in a relationship with this girl. And y'all, it's no coincidence that she cropped up with that lawsuit when he was in the midst of negotiating a $100 million contract with ESPN. Then all of a sudden, she came up with a $50 million lawsuit against him. And Shannon, even Monique and Cat Williams were trying to tell you and make you understand about messing with those young white girls. Monique did not mince her words. She was very upfront about it. And he just couldn't listen. He just couldn't do it. And y'all, it's not over for him. He got some old girlfriend from back in the 80s that also got a lawsuit against him. So it may be more money Shannon will be shelling out. And yes, it's another white woman. And Shannon, if you don't see the writing on the wall, then nothing will ever wake you up. And you will be doomed to getting more of these lawsuits on you by those same kind of women in the future. Y'all, I have a video that I want to show you, and I'll come back with the rest of my commentary.
No. Hey, Hallie. I mean, it is a massive fall from grace for the Hall of Famer turned broadcast giant. As you said, his relationship with ESPN, it is officially over. He had not been on the air at ESPN since this lawsuit was first filed back in April. That was a decision at the time that he and his attorney had said they had made, that he had made on his own as he dealt with what he described back then as false and disruptive allegations. But look, he's no longer going to be on ESPN, and this is despite the network renegotiating his contract and announcing an expansion of his role on the show First Take just last year. You mentioned it, but no comment from ESPN or Sharpe as of yet. The split, it does come 2 weeks after the attorney who was representing the woman who had accused Sharpe of sexual assault and raping her in the state of Nevada on 2 different occasions, one in late 2024 and one in January of this year. It comes 2 weeks after her attorney announced that they had reached a settlement on that lawsuit. The terms of the settlement were not publicly disclosed. Again, Sharpe has consistently denied any wrongdoing here. He claims that he had a consensual relationship with this woman. Based on court filings in the state of Nevada, she had said that she had met Sharpe back in 2023 at a gym when she was 20 years old, and that they had engaged in a relationship over the course of 2 years. And then again in late 2024, that's when she says she was assaulted by Sharpe, both physically and sexually, and raped at least 2 times. Again, no direct comment from Sharpe at this time. He and his attorney, they had previously said that the decision to step away from his role at ESPN in April was one that he made himself. This no longer a decision he has made himself. This is ESPN splitting from Sharpe. He will not be on that show, on that program, on the network moving forward. That being said, he does have an incredibly popular podcast that airs weekly, and as far as we know, that will continue. But Hallie, in terms of his relationship broadcasting with ESPN, that is over.
Ellison Barber, thank you very much for tracking that.
Y'all, Shannon, was last seen on ESPN back in April because that's when the S hit the fan and all of this stuff came out, and he was professing how innocent he was and he was being railroaded and yada, yada, yada. None of that would have happened, Shannon, if you just didn't mess with some 20-year-old white girl that really didn't give a crap about you, because if she did, she would never have done what she did in filing a lawsuit. So now he's out of a job. And don't you find it strange how she cropped up with that lawsuit when he was in the midst of negotiating a $100 million deal with ESPN, and all of a sudden she cropped up with this lawsuit? I'm just saying, just the timing of the whole thing says a lot. So he's been let go, and as I stated, he hasn't been seen on ESPN since April when all of this stuff unfolded. And if you look at the date of this article, it came out April 18th, 2025. And that was around the same time he was last seen on the air. Shannon, you had a really good thing going. And I can't believe you messed it all up over some young white girl, but you know, you're going to keep having these problems. Now, there is a former girlfriend from the 80s that also got a lawsuit against Shannon Sharpe. So, they said he settled with the 20-year-old for an undisclosed amount, but, it was never revealed what the other lawsuit amount is. And, I would imagine this is also a white woman. He'll probably have to shell out some money for that lawsuit as well. Shannon, I don't know if we're going to ever see you again. And at this point, I really don't care. I don't care because, see, you were in a really good position. You got an offer that most people never get in their lifetime, and you blew it over some flimsy behind relationship you had with some young white girl. You're over half her age. Wow. Anytime you're that stupid, I can't feel sorry for you. So, Shannon, I guess your career is now in the ditch. You can probably do what most people do, just take the social media and make a career out of that. That's usually what happens to you celebrity types that get fired. Now they're finding a lot of solace online with their own channels. So I guess you can still talk about sports if you want, just not in the mainstream news. Y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.